the answer, KP, is yes, they can be put into a future phase.
Yes.
Whether it's phase 2 or phase 3 is yet to be determined, but it does not have to be phase 1, the current development effort. Those particular items are dependent on the availability of and accessibility of the 2 trainer apps, whether they're done and complete and ready.
Got it.
So that will drive the timing.
Yes, that's right. So you can, change the status of the document to approved, so that we can proceed with the AT and FT trainer apps. Further steps like the design and the further stages from them from there on. So you can mark the. So I request you to please mark the document as approved.
I'm sorry, I didn't follow that.
Yeah, could you please change the status of the document? So when you go down to the document, there is a section where we can see change control board decision, which is the third point out there. Can you, change the status of the document to be approved?
Yeah, let's get Greg's feedback before.
Yeah, sure.
Before we do that.
Sorry, guys, I'm late to the party this morning. We're in the middle of moving, so I am just setting up routers and that kind of stuff. We just got it done.
No worries, Greg.
So you're going through the SRS for the AT and the FT app, it sounds like.
Well, we were looking at the change request doc, mostly for the changes to the UB site and app as related to the trainer requirements. The specific thing was they wanted to know if we could push some functionality to phase 2, which I said we could. That was specifically the calls to action to subscribe to the trainer apps, as well as the dedicated subscription packages being available on the site in the mobile app, which of course we don't want implemented until the trainer apps are ready.
Sure.
So that's the feedback I gave, and they're asking for us to approve that change request. So unless you have other changes, Greg, I think that the change request is good to go.
I agree.
Great.
I also made some change on the change request. I don't know if you saw it on Google Apps, rather on the Google Doc, where I added basically a workflow for the trainer, fitness trainer, and the athletic trainer, and the requirements they need to put in.
So that's noted, Greg. Yeah.
Okay, good.
I got to see that there's a lot of input from you to the doc, and that's really good. I appreciate it.
Sure.
Okay. So I think regarding the change request, the things are clear. We do have a clear picture here. So I do know that the team has certain processes to continue from here. So Jibin, you can take it up from here.
Christopher, I have one question for you. We're talking about a change request, and it comes down to the hours required and the amount that it's going to cost for the change. Is there some place where it's noted that the apps have gotten slimmer, being that we have all the clients of the athletic trainer and the fitness trainer not using the apps? I would assume that you would just be taking the hours that you're not using over there and putting the hours toward this change.
That's right.
So, we've tried to balance the hours gained against the hours that we need for the changes, and when we have a spillover, that's when we try to push it to the next phase. So these items proposed by KP for the next phase are the ones that couldn't fit into the time gain that from those changes as planned,
So basically,
originally
they're all
planned.
totally added hours, you're saying?
Yes. So the ones that we could accommodate as per priority, we have already done that.
Okay. Very good.
But KP or Milind, if we can show a table of all those efforts gained and adjusted, that'll be great. Let me work on that, Greg. I think it's fair to give you
Right.
that breakup.
Thank you very much. You know,
Yeah.
we're just not flying ourselves. We're answering to other people, so I have to make sure that we're doing our diligence as well.
Yeah, great.
Absolutely.
Add one more thing. So as you mentioned, we are taking off the user module from the Athletic Trainer app, but I guess those changes will have to be reflected or added up onto the UB Sports app, I guess. So we are trying to balance that hours there, but as Adish told, we will get you more balanced details once we confirm the requirements. So I just want to add that.
That's great. Thank you, Milind.
Yeah, sure.
Greg, the other thing is they were asking for you to approve that change request document. So you need to go in and sign that doc.
Yeah, I'll take care of that ASAP.
Thanks, Greg.
I guess I'll just
KP, are we?
I'll just fill it in there, Greg Burton.
Sure.
Except I don't have editing power, it seems.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, this is just a formality. So
Yeah, of course.
as long as you put your initials there, I think you're good to go. KP, are we done here with the AT and FT?
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Okay, I think then we can start working on the recruitment app as well. Have it signed off, and then you don't have to turn back while working on the exams. Right. So that's the last one in the priority list. Let's sync up first, KB, and then in the next meeting we can discuss that as well.
Sure.
So this was actually the last item in the agenda, but since we have cleared that, we can start from the top. John, did you get my message about the architecture in the Slack channel?
I did look at the architecture doc. It looks good. I don't have any questions about it. The one thing I'd like to kind of get is like a logical overlay at some point of what components of the system will be on what servers. For example, where will the APIs reside? That kind of stuff. I don't need that right away, but I would eventually like to get that overlay for like a logical representation of the system relative to the architecture.
Yeah, we'll put names to each of those machines, those virtual machines, and then we will say what each machine encompasses. Maybe an Nginx server plus an application server, or just a Nginx router or a database server or whatever. So I think we can start working on that once we start deploying the actual production environment. As of now, it's just on paper, as we have seen it. However, we have deployed, Binu just finished deploying the QA server, and I have shared you the IP address for which you can put a name, like qa.ubsports.com or something. Um, and so this server is contrary to what we had discussed last time. We are putting all the resources on the same server, like all the roles and applications on the same server, just to save some hosting expenses. And we don't
All right,
really
the
need
data, will the database be on its own server?
John,
no,
right now it is on the same server, but in case of production as well as staging, we will be moving the database to RDS because it is more optimized for database operations, and it is also
Okay.
more the recommended way.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Okay.
Yeah, for
So
production
right
we'll be
now,
using
yeah,
RDS.
right now, John, I have deployed a free instance of Ubuntu 20 version, and and that server is holding the application server, node application server, as well as the Nginx, which acts as a reverse proxy server. So the admin, the API, and the website, all traffic is handled by the Nginx, and depending on the URL or the conditions, it will reroute it to the corresponding node or the PHP instances.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
And
My obvious concern is I don't think that the database should sit on a server that's exposed to the internet. That's all.
Exactly.
no,
Exactly.
for production we are going to be using RDS instances of AWS, which is I think hardened by their own hardened already from the AWS side. Um, why we chose this is essentially to save resources in terms of computing power as well as billing. And I think that's sufficient for us to do all the functionality testing. And when we start laying out the deployment plan, we will first start with the staging server, which will be an exact replica of what we will be putting on production. In fact, the staging machine will be, or the staging instance will be just one of the nodes of the actual production taken out of the firewall for us to verify. And so that the production and staging are identical in terms of architecture, but more tightened in terms of security.
Good. Good.
So that's the plan with the architecture, and then we have covered some good area in terms of feature development. So Bino, I guess you can show them a quick demo of what we have done so far.
Okay. So, John, this week we have worked mainly on the my profile section or the user profile section, where we have completed the blog listings, the create blog, the blog details, then video section where you can create the video, you can edit, view the details, then a friend's profile where you can send an invite to another member for making him a friend. Then we can see the friend profile details like the blogs, blog details, videos, and video details. Then you can have the edit profile. Then we have worked on the my profile section where you can create the tabs. You will have two types of tabs, URL tabs as well as the video tabs. Then same for the friend profile also, where you can see the video and URL tabs created by your friends also. These were the main sections we have completed in the milestone 3, and the only section that is pending with the milestone 3 is the albums and photos, as well as the user updates as well as the friend updates. 2 features, and we are working to complete those two by the coming Thursday and Friday. So let me start with the small screen demo. So this is my profile where I can update my profile data. So here I can update the profile data. The photo feature will not work because we haven't integrated the S3 buckets yet. Then comes my blog section where I can create a new blog.
Vinu, will there be how good a blog writing tool is this? Are you able to put photos in the text of the blog, or what's the story with that?
Right now, we have not implemented any editors, but if required, we can implement a text editor like what we see on a normal blog site. This is a normal plain text area. We will have to replace it with a rich text editor where you can insert the HTML tags, images, and all.
Great, thank you.
So I've just created a blog called test001, and we have just used the placeholder for images because the real images will not be uploaded to the S3 because we have not started integrating the AWS APIs. So this is the title content, and the test URL will come here, or the video URL will come here. You can edit the blog also here. Then the video tabs. You can create a video tab here. And I can add the second video. You can create the video URLs.
Now, are you just doing embeds from YouTube and Vimeo and other sites, or are you allowing people to actually upload onto our database?
We are planning to use the embed code itself, because uploading a video means we will have to work with the different resolutions and all, and which will take time, as well as it will be a bit costly because we will have to plan our own streaming servers and all to serve the quality of the video depending on the end user device and bandwidth. Rather than if we are going for an embed code, it is pretty safe because the streaming and the automatic resolution will be handled by the streaming servers itself, like YouTube and Facebook.
Can we set up a Vimeo account or a YouTube account so that it's basically a whiteboarded and it looks like ours, and that's being accomplished by Vimeo?
I think that is technically possible. We will have to check with the Vimeo platform as well as the SDKs how it is implemented. So I will
let me just shed some light. So if you are planning to take a Vimeo account, you'll have to pay, get a paid version, and then you can allow the users to upload their videos to your Vimeo account, basically, and we can use that embed code from that Vimeo, our account, or the URL from our Vimeo account to display the videos. But then the problem is you can't actually use the embed code from any other sites, because it will be we will be only allowing users to upload videos in our videos directory, right? So that will be the first concern. And if you are planning to use videos from other sources, like Vimeo will be ours, our video directory. And if you are planning to use, I mean, allowing users to add embed codes from other sites as well, then we will have to do a classification for video sections, saying this is kind of an uploaded video to our server, or this is kind of a embed code from Facebook or YouTube. But I understood your planning, and in a later phase, I guess we can actually try getting a Vimeo account, and we can host our own server where we can allow users to upload videos, their own videos, which will, I mean, like Vimeo will convert it for us, and we can use that URL to play it in the browser. I mean, like in our website.
Yeah, Greg, I
yeah.
think AWS is also having a pretty good service. So if you are planning to host your own video servers, I recommend you can go with the AWS services itself, because they can automatically create different versions of the video on the fly, and they can also use the CloudFront for serving as a CDN.
Yeah, that's really, I think to me, that's essential, to have the ability to both embed from, so far, YouTube, Facebook, and Vimeo, and as well to upload their own. We really want to be in that business where we're getting our own videos in there so we can have our own ads and everything in there. That's where we're going to make the money.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, yes. So right now we are allowing embed codes from all of the platforms, only embed codes. But in a later phase, if you want to have, I mean, if you are allowing users to upload their own videos, obviously, I mean, we have to get a paid version of like Vimeo or JW Player, or if you have AWS, then we can use AWS itself, because it has
Yes.
transporting options and the CDN as well.
You guys have used JW Player in the past?
Yes,
No,
yes.
actually,
For
I
some
mean,
for some
yeah,
web projects, I
not
have
me.
used.
Binu has used, I guess. I have used AWS streaming service in past.
JW Player seems to be a very, very solid player. And if we're going to be presenting a video tool, which we have to, I mean, that's where everybody is right now. They're all in video, and I think it's for good reason. Then we really have
Yeah,
to
but let me just give some information about JW Player. It's a similar kind of platform like Vimeo, where we can actually add our videos, and they'll transport it to different resolutions. And once we use their embed code, it will like their player will be used. So it's the same kind of functionality like Vimeo, but I guess JW Player has a little more popularity right now.
Yeah, there's a company called Nunchee, Nunchee, and they have taken the JW Player and they've embedded and put around it videos from one database and also embed codes from the others, and they seem to work pretty well. So I know it's possible, and if I can do it without hiring these guys, I would like to, but I know it's something that's very necessary for our users. So whatever we can do on that front would be helpful.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so continuing with the next step is the creation of tabs. So we can create two types of tabs. You can either create a video tab, or you can create a URL tabs. So I created a web tab, creating another video tab. So inside the web tab, if I go, I can create the links. You can add multiple links inside a web tab itself. Similarly, for the video tab, I can add a video. I can create a playlist. So it will come here. So then I can search for a friend here. I have already requested, send the request. So, so Greg, these are the updates from the web end.
Is there a place in here where you can search for people, either by their name or by where they live and what sports they play?
Right now we have implemented a basic search only. So we will have to create a new detailed or advanced search feature for that. Right now we are just searching based on the name,
Okay,
name and email address.
on a bigger picture, guys, when we first started this, and in the first paragraph of the SRS and the request documents and everything, was that the base of what we need done is the functionalities that are currently available on the current UB Sports site. And
Okay.
we have search for groups, search for friends, search for people on there already. So, this is, part of what we have been expecting. So, if you want some guidance as to how it works, go on to UB Sports and see how it works.
Okay. So, Greg, we will be implementing both the people search as well as the group search in the later milestones. We will be implementing it for sure.
All right, good, thank you.
So then to the web demo.
I guess the dev team has already implemented the user search based on the other parameters as well. I'm not sure, but I guess in the backend, when we key in a letter, I guess they are searching, considering some of the criteria, like I'm not sure which all, but
we are considering the name, email, and phone number only right now.
Oh, okay, fine. I was
Not based on the groups and sports. No, not they're not considering the sports and groups.
Oh, cool.
So that's the update from the web team, Greg. So hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
So I will be updating the code to the staging server just we have created by Friday, so that you guys can start testing on the features. I will give you all the completed feature list also for easy testing.
That's great, thank you.
So Milan, you can continue with the mobile demo.
Yeah, Milan. Thank you, Binu. You can start, Milan.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess my screen is visible, right? Hello.
Yeah, I can see your
Yes, it is
screen.
visible.
Yeah, okay. So most of features, I guess, what we completed in the previous milestones were demoed by Venu itself. So basically, we were working on profile section. Okay, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. So, Greg. So what we were talking was We were working on the profile section basically in previous milestones. Most of the features, I guess, Binu already had demoed you on web. So this is our user profile where we can see the videos, blogs, sports, that custom tabs which we have created. So these are the blogs created by me. I'm just showing you the listing part, the create, update, all those functionality actually works. I'm not actually showing all those stuffs right now. Mm.
We have functionality on both the mobile and the site where if I upload a video or a blog or something like that, my friends get notified that that happened.
Yeah, it should happen, but we haven't integrated the push notification service yet. I mean, the Firebase and all those things are already integrated, but we haven't decided for what all cases the push should go or the notification should come. So that can be actually done in the later phase once we are about to complete the entire functionality side. So we can just add push notifications for all the events that we want to actually notify people.
Great, thank you.
Yeah. So that's the thing that can be done in the later phase, I guess. So you were actually talking about the videos, how videos will be displayed in mobile side. So these are two playlists. One is man and one is, yeah. So video section, you can see all the videos here. So once you play it, it will be like this in the mobile section. In the iOS section, it will be like this. The Android, it will be like the Android plan. So okay. So I was just showing you stuff. And as Binu already showed you, we have URL tabs where we can see the URL. So I'm just adding, I have just added some web pages here. And one thing I wanted you to know, John and as well as Greg, if it would be better if you can get a service to provide a screenshot from a URL. So right now I'm using a free version so that you can actually preview the URLs which we are using. So right now you can see, right, this is a preview for YouTube and this is a preview for Google, but since it's a free service API, it's showing a watermark and as well as other things. So once we click it, it will open the page. So for a better thumbnail kind of view, we can actually use a API which will return a screenshot or thumbnail of a given URL. So that would be interesting, I guess.
Could you please send me a exactly what you need from them, and I'll open the account.
Yeah, sure. I'll send you the details. I think it will be good if we integrate some kind of service like that in the web as well as mobile. So people will get a good screenshot or site like what's the data inside that URL. Okay, so this is another tab which has videos. So you can see these two have, this playlist has two videos as well. So yeah, this is basically that kind of stuff. And yeah, so anyway, we have options for editing, renaming, all those stuffs. Edit will be looking like this. So we can add another link and say Yahoo or something. And if we update it as well, we'll get Yahoo page here as well. So all those kinds of stuffs are done in profile. The tab sections, adding a tab, creating two kind of tab, custom tabs. All those stuffs are done. Videos, blogs, edit profile, friends list. Currently, I don't have any friends, so that's why I'm not. No friends are being shown. Apart from that, yeah, I already had shown you these sections, I guess. our blogs list as well as stuffs related to that. So that's other part. So we are actually moving on to working with groups. So this will be a basic group page will be, I mean, what a group page will be looking like in the mobile, but we haven't actually populated all the stuffs in the home page. We are only getting there. So this will be the tabs which will be for the groups. These are not functional right now. What functional items are, I'll show the functional items. So the ambassador content, curated contents, don't mind this list because these are hard coded, but inside this we have original content for ambassador as well as all those stuff. So we can actually edit all those data here, kind of stuff we can do as well as for the curated content as well as like that, and the video sections. And yeah, here are the albums. There's a photo gallery for every group. So these are the albums. Right now the images are like dummy URLs because we have implemented the functionality, but we haven't integrated S3 bucket, I mean uploading to S3. So this is a basic album. So if you want to edit it, it will be like this. I can add some photos from the gallery and it will show up here. You can give some like all those steps. You can even delete or add more photos. Okay, and once you save, it will be automatically the items are added, but the links are actually dummy URL. So that's right now. So we can even add an album, new album called album 3 or something. All those stuff can be done. So that's up with the albums, photo sections, and the bulletins are also working. So as you can see, you can create a bulletin with all the data like this, and you can, if you want, you can edit an existing bulletin which says bulletin page. Oops. Yep. Okay. So the home page has to be populated, but all the other stuffs related to things have been in development. So right now we will have to work on tabs and videos, and there's events here. Events are also functional. You can add events or edit events like this, as well as invite section also is partially working. You can search, these are the pending list which has been tried out by our developers. So you can search for a user like and send an invite something. Okay, there's an invitation already for that user, I guess. So but it should show invited
pending.
here. Yeah, pending here, I guess, but I'm not sure. Yeah, it should be like this, but I don't know why that API provider, I mean so we can actually send an email invite also here, but this is not complete. This is under development, I guess. So it will be, you can send multiple invites to multiple people. I'm not sure whether this works because I haven't checked this because it's under development, I guess. Okay, it works, I guess. Okay, so those are the stuffs related to group, and yeah, and we have group
Yeah,
settings.
Milan, I got the email because I was in CC.
Oh, okay, fine. Oh, from
What are you
Grid,
using
right?
for the emails?
Sorry, Greg?
What system are you using for the emails? SendGrid or someone else?
SendGrid. The credentials were shared by John.
Okay, good.
So
Yeah,
it is
we were
completely
using
integrated.
Mailgun previously, but once John started the SendGrid API key and all those stuff, we migrated to SendGrid.
Okay, okay, keep going. I just wanted to update you later on the logos.
Yeah, sure. So that's pretty much from my side also, and I have already shown you the create functionality and all those stuffs for the groups and all those kind of stuffs already in the previous meetings. So that's it basically from my end. So we are working on the remaining portions as we speak. And the friend request parts also works, but I can't show you because we haven't integrated the like uh, request section. So
Any from your John or Greg?
yeah, so this is a member search that I was talking about. I was under the impression that like the backend was considering some more data, but I guess the data that has been told by me was mentioned. So this is the member search. In the group search will be like this based on the stuffs. I guess postal code. I guess I'm not sure whether it's being considered right now. Yeah. Okay. So this is how things will work in that. So that's it. So basically that's it from my side. That's update from my side, guys.
Thank you, Milan. Any questions, Greg and John?
Are there going to be pop-ups that if there's like those question mark circles where if somebody doesn't know what something means, they can, or doesn't know how to proceed, they can hit the question mark and they get a tutorial as to what they have to do next?
Yeah, that can be added, but I guess from the flow of the app right now, we don't need such things. But I guess once we start testing, or once you guys start testing, if you have, uh, if you feel like there are explanation needed or pop-ups or tooltips needed, then obviously we can add.
Okay,
Otherwise, we can have a page in settings or somewhere to navigate users or tell users what all those sections represent, or even see like this. Suppose if you are taking a video section like this, we can have an information icon here on the sides, tell how things works, what this was do, or anything can be done. So, but it's from now the UI, I think it's self-explanatory, I guess. But uh, if there is a need, we can add that. That's fine.
all right. Sure. One question on the bigger picture. What kind of a dashboard will we as administrators have in looking into how the apps are working?
That should be provided from the admin console. Binu, do we have any plans for analytics or
Yes, Ajish. Yes,
feeds?
Ajish. Let me take the admin.
Yeah, so I'll be stopping my screen share right now. Then you can take over.
Okay. Yeah, Greg, we are having an admin dashboard and it is in development. This is how the admin looks right now. You will have the total number of users, total groups created, total blogs, and total number of events. It is actually getting the results using the same APIs which we are using for the mobile platform. Then the latest user signed up on the system. Once the S3 is implemented, we will get the real photos also.
All right.
So once you click on the user, my plan is actually to display the user here, and once you click on it, you will get the basic details like the full profile details and etc. Then from the admin itself, you can actually change the password. Suppose user forgot a password or you want to reset the password for the user, you can use this section for resetting his password. Then I will provide another tab over here where you will see the user activity, like the groups created, the blogs posted, the whole entire activity performed by the user on the UV system. It will be I will give you two tabs. One will display the user details, another one will be having the user activity. So I'm working on that layout right now. Then you will have one more option where you will get a option to log in as a particular user, so that you can view the system from a user point. So once you click on that login, the entire system or the entire dashboard will change to like you are logging in as a particular user. Like suppose you are using you want to log in as a Milan, you will log in to the admin like Milan. So all the groups will be refreshed to display the groups created by Milan. Like that, you can see a better view from the admin dashboard itself.
Okay. Is there, when you're looking at the UB Sports app, how will a person go from looking at tennis information to squash information to badminton information? How are you doing that?
Greg, I'm not clear on that question.
If I'm, the idea is to be the resource that has all the stuff that you find on UB Sports, the rules, the blogs, the news, everything in one dashboard for the user. Let's say the user is looking at the tennis portal for UB Sports, and they decide they want to go look at the squash portal. Is there a drop down or something that allows them to do that quickly, or how does that happen?
You mean, is it in the site or in the admin? In the admin, there will be no option for that, or I have not planned for such an option.
Well, I'm thinking more like the user, not the admin, but the users.
Milan, do you have any idea?
Yeah, so Greg, I hope your question was how to go from one portal to another, right?
Yeah, exactly. From this tennis portal to the squash portal to the badminton portal to the cricket portal. That kind of stuff.
So basically we have section called portals, which will be classified into actually three sections. Like one will be sports portal, and the sports portals will be displayed over there. Second will be the wellness portal, as well as the next will be fitness. Parents portal, I guess. So inside the sports portal, you can see all the portals related to sports. So once a user goes to sports portal, he can actually jump from any portal to another.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't think the section is developed in the current site, but there will be a section called portals where, as I told, inside the sports portals, you can search actually. Otherwise, it will show the trending portals there. So you can just click and open one portal, come back and just open the next portal. Basically, all are groups, right? So that's how it will be working inside.
Yeah, basically it's the same thing as a group, but it has a lot of other stuff that goes into it. That's not a regular group. All right, so that sounds good.
Okay. Then coming to the configuration section, you will have a configuration called Google Analytics. Here you can provide the GA code, and you can give the script here. So this is how you can manage your staging and production in real time without updating a single line of code. So then you will have the version management from here. You can update the Android and iOS versions. Then I have added one more module called pagination. You can dynamically change the pagination count from here. So suppose you want to update the pagination count to 15 means next time when the mobile API hits, 15 records will be served. So these were the updates I done on the dashboard for the milestone 3. So in the next milestone, you will have the option for viewing the user activity also. Greg?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the updates we have done to the admins now.
All right. Looks good.
So I'll be sharing these details by Friday so that you can review and have a testing on the testing machine we have set up on AWS.
So the plan is, Greg and John, uh, as much as we complete functionalities, we'll put them on the QA server and send you a release note with the functions that we have finished for that particular
Yes.
release, and then you can go ahead and test those functions. Maybe others won't work. So, but if the function if those features are having issues, you can definitely report them. So this will be the process until we cover a significant portion of the portal, because of course there'll be a few parts broken every time we have a new release.
Of course.
Yep. I think we are making good pace, and we're on track. If we can complete this ahead of time, we can quickly jump onto the AT and FT apps. I'm not giving you a guarantee right now, but let's hope that everything goes well.
Great. Thank you, guys.
And I think that's all for today. Unless anybody from the team has anything more to add.
Yeah, did you guys have questions about Firebase or wanted to bring something up about Firebase?
We have not integrated that so far. Milind, can you shed some light on
Yeah.
when you're planning to integrate that? And do you
So,
have any questions regarding that?
yeah, John, I saw your message on Slack where you have asked for the package name as well as the bundle ID for iOS as well as Android. We have created Firebase account and have integrated in the project, but right now we are using some like the dummy package names as well as bundle ID. But I guess once it goes live or it's in the I mean like finishing stage, you guys will be using your own bundle ID as well as package names, right? So should we change it at that time, or should we do this process at that time, or do you want the package as well as bundle ID right now?
I mean,
I'm not sure. I'm not sure yet. I have to give that some thought.
Because obviously the bundle ID as well as package name will be under our organization right now, but it has to be transferred, right? So we'll have to configure that in Firebase as well as at that time. So what I was planning is we will change it in the Firebase, and you can add our Firebase project into your team. We can do something like that. That would be better, I guess. You don't have to create a Firebase project itself, because we have already done that. Once we change it, you can just add it to your account as a team. Or
Correct me if I'm wrong, John, but I don't think we have a Firebase account yet.
yeah. So Milind, what Milind was trying to say was, we don't need it right away because iLive has its own Firebase account for our testing purposes. And when we are going live, at that time, we can have this Firebase account created, and the packages moved, the projects moved over to that account, which is sufficient.
Okay.
Yeah, we definitely have some time.
yeah, you guys have time. If you don't have a Firebase account, you can create one, and we will share our Firebase account details. I guess you will be needing some data so that you guys can add this project into your Firebase. So we'll be like sharing a project. So
Right.
so that's it. That's it from my side about Firebase.
Yeah, essentially we won't need it until
Right away,
we are
yeah.
going live.
We won't be needing it right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Milind, just keep it on your radar and just announce it in the team whenever you are ready to switch it over to UB Sports Firebase account, so that they
Yeah.
can go ahead and create it.
Yeah, sure.
I guess that's all for today, gentlemen.
I have a question, Banu. Do
Yeah,
you
Joe.
have an updated Postman collection that you can share?
Yeah, sure, John. I will give you. I'm having it. Hello?
One thought as you're building the, I'm assuming you're putting the meta tags and everything that's necessary for SEO as you go along into the page.
Well, Greg, there's going to be a description that we need to write up for various pages.
Yes, John. We are having a module called pages where you can dynamically create the pages. I have provided section like title, meta description, and other keywords. We are having different fields for handling the SEO there.
Yeah,
I already
I
provided
know
it.
that. I'm just conveying to Greg that, we'll have to write up those descriptions
Yes.
for publicly accessible pages.
Yeah.
That's something that we ultimately need to write up.
All right. Again, I think the sooner the better. So, if we can follow that, let's get to writing those things. So it's not a big crush at the end.
Okay.
All right. Good. Excellent, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg.
Greg, can
Excellent.
Stay on.
So we'll reconvene next week, and by that time we should have a semi-working QA server for you guys to test.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun.
Okay, we'll be watching for it.
All right. Thank you. You guys
So
have a great day.
KP, before we leave, KP, are we good with freezing both the application ATM or UMAN?
Yeah, Jibin, I guess
Yes, we are.
Greg said so. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, great. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you,
Have a great
everyone.
day, guys.
Great. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. Thanks, John.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
You too.
Bye.